Hello. So this is my first time. This is my first time going live at the Los Angeles Poets Society Takeover. My name is Gloria, and I am from Flores Couture. And today, we are going to do a thing on zines. Why zines, why write zines, what zines are. And I'm so glad that you guys are joining me, whether you guys are coming on live. Hi, Carla. Or whether you guys are seeing this, the replay. So, what are zines? Zines are basically little magazines. And they are self-published magazines, and they come in many forms. Now, disclaimer. All these zines were purchased by me throughout all the Zinefests, and I didn't tell any of the creators I was using any of their zines. So I just picked out something that would be a good representation of what zines are. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. So let's start with an incredibly popular person called Korean Angry. She is also on Instagram. And this is an example of a zine. It looks like a magazine, but it is miniature. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and zoom a little bit back. There we go. Okay, so this is Korean Angry. And this is an example of a zine. And this is made in Korea. And she is absolutely awesome. I'm not stealing any of her things. But this is, an example of how she is using her art and what she does. And she's turning it into a short story about her experiences as an Asian American. So that's another thing I really love about zines, and an example. It's how inclusive it is to everybody. And she also writes about, things like anxiety. So again, this is Korean Angry. And so this is one of her zines. A second zine that I have of hers, which I picked up at the San Diego Zine Fest. Again, Korean Angry. And she is at Korean Angry on Instagram. This is Korean Angry issue number 7. The magazine for adults, especially angry Asians. Money relationships. How to read, I'm so sorry, I'm not even going to try. Sexuality friend. Know your rights. And again, she uses a comic book style, but I know that she also makes these and, then, uses photography to integrate it. And it's, she talks about insecurities. And so please support our girl. This is Korean Angry, and she is found on Instagram. Another example is something called Roommate Deathmatch, 100% Real Drama by Simone Rain. And her Instagram is Simone Rain. And these are stories that she writes about, there she goes. There's screenshots of, what's going on. Like she drew out her layout of her apartment. More screenshots. And she's telling her story doing this. So this is another example of a format of a type of zine. So this is another example of it. Also, look at the colors. The end. They all hated each other's guts and nothing ever got resolved. The end. Hearts. Another example of a zine. Mexican Horror Story by Simone Rain. And now this is it's a little bit different. There's more black and white versus color, and also the type of paper that's used. So again, she's telling her story, but she's using a comic book style, black and white, to tell her story. aliens, of course, because why not? Are those aliens? No, that's the mom. It's so cute. Oh, yeah. So it's, again, talks about her story and what, it's a foreign Mexican horror story by Simone Rain. And Simone Rain is half Mexican and will remind you at practically every moment. She lives in her own world in Pasadena. Instagram, Simone Rain. Now this guy, love his work. His name is Richard Larios, and he is from Feral Publications, and he is outside up in Central. Hi JJ, in Central California. And the first one that I got from him that completely was just mind-blowing. A Problem with Your Background: Real Life Problems with Youth Offenders by Richard Larios. Now this explains his experience being in the system. And when I read this, it was just, he talks about depression, mental health. He talks about how he tried to get a job. And I'm going to do a quick reading. Conclusion: I'm past my probation, gotten my benefits, and the cash has helped my family live a more comfortable lifestyle. It has led me to the understanding that I will forever be at the mercy of companies, having to prove I've changed from the 14-year-old boy I was. Because I guess the most 30-plus-year-olds are still their teen selves. So this is Richard Larios. He is Feral Publications. This is a simple black and white, zine. But it's very powerful. And he also does a YouTube page where he talks about other people's zines. So this is another type of zine. So I'm going to make a little bit more space, and I'm going to go to this one. This is Beverly Salas. She is an awesome artist. She draws. And so she's done a lot of events that we've done together, different Zinefests, including doing the artwork for OC Zinefest. And she incorporates... Move up a little. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So she basically incorporates all this awesome artwork in this. It's very visually beautiful. You don't see that much text, but this is incredibly impactful. The quality of paper is incredibly high. The colors are vibrant and beautiful. And she also includes a playlist. And I created a YouTube playlist of this. So this also helps me and inspires me when I'm doing my zines. Now, these are so super cute. These are, sorry for the squeaky chair. These are small one-page zines. There's more of this guy, but let me see if I can find them. Here it is. So these are things that were meant to look like tapes. So tape 1, I have tape 2, tape 1, tape 3, and tape 5. And so it's sad songs for Clerks. And this is a one-page zine that's folded. And it's a black and white zine. And again, it has and tells a story in a very simple format. And it continues on, and like a little saga. So this is another form of zine, the one-page zine that you turn. Now this is done by my actual assistant right now that is helping me with the camera. This is another B-side one. This is done by Jalynn. Now zines also help children express themselves in the form of zines. And there's something very simple. On this one, she used the paper, one-page zine, folded it up, and, wrote a story, hand-wrote it, because why not? This is, does not have an Instagram. And then this is another one where she used a typewriter to write her story. So again, this is an example of a one-page zine using a typewriter, black and white, very simple to make, very simple to produce, and it tells your story. Now here's another one that's called Mishima, A pocket full of, I'm sorry, whimsy. I'm so sorry. And so it's a pocket full of whimsy to get you through the day. And I really like this because you can carry it with you. It's very whimsical. It's very pretty. And you can find her at Nasi Mihihi. And this, actually I saw her at the San Francisco Zine Fest and the San Diego Zine Fest. Now these are, again, one-page zines. And it's literally just one page. This is done by Alan Duffy, and she is on Instagram on Alan Duffy. So again, examples of zines, one-page zines, very simple. Something that Korea Angry does that I didn't show at the beginning was stickers. So this is another thing that you can make and sell as a way to share your art and share what inspires you. This guy, oh my goodness, I love Soup Face. Soup Face is so awesome. Here, let me give you guys some spice here. So this is Hey Soup Face. It's an example again of a one-pager, and he uses straight anime, and they're super cute. And my nieces and my nephews love these. Actually, my goddaughter Ada picked these up. So again, it's a very easy, nice form that he told me he used recycled paper to put this together to tell a really cute story that inspires him. Now we have a coloring book. A very cute coloring book. Fashion Dreams coloring book by JGV. And it's jgvillustrations.com. I love this girl's work. She's also, an artist. And she did this really cute coloring book. I'm sorry if this is maybe out of print. I believe I might have bought the last one. But she has other things that are absolutely fabulous. I love, look at that girl. She's so fab. I love how she thought about it and left the back blank. So that way, whenever you're drawing in on it, you don't have to worry about the colors bleeding through. So again, another awesome way to share your art and to share what you're doing. There is poetry. How to share your poetry. Super cute. Phoebe Erikosugo, A Day in the Life of My Kitty Cat. Good morning. And again, it's graph paper. It's how she draws. It's the character's dinner. It's a story about her cute little cat. And this was so adorable. This is Waffle, her kitty cat. And you can find her on Shugo Studio. Now I'm going to go to something that is related to poetry. This is a poetry thing. Conchas y Café Zine. This was done before the pandemic. And it is distributed by DSTL Arts Publication. And so we're going to have to look up what is that called? A data guess on it. But this is the table of contents. And this is actually like a group of poets that put this together. And so it's a collective. A lot of so it's not just, one person, it's a collective. Or this is something that you can do yourself. It's, different, page to page. And again, it also is a way to distribute and share your poetry and your artwork. And, again, this is various people sharing their poetry. I actually purchased this in San Diego at the San Diego Zine Fest. And at the time, the person that, the editor that put this together informed me that they met up at the library. Again, this is pre-pandemic. And I think that's awesome because you work together, you vibe off of other artists. Now that the world is opening up, this is, another way. See, Cairo Ska, this again, this girl sounds familiar. I've seen this So, again, this is an example of poetry in action. Now, this is mental health, and I will be doing a mental health talk on how. So, again, this is Volume 1, Volume 2, Many Tales, a DID Systems and Dreams Journey. And it is, DID is an acronym that stands for Dissociative Identity Disorder. And so she talks about this. I'm sorry if I misgendered, but this person talks about it and puts it together. It's black and white, and it's almost kind of collagey, but not really. And so, again, this is how we use mental health as a way to express ourselves and how to distribute that. And this one is Taipei CB, and this is a photography one. Very glossy, lots of photos. I just love the photography on it. I love the story that it tells. Everything is black and white, but it's super glossy. And again, you know, this is inspirational to me because I love looking at this. And also this person is just, you know, the way they put it together. Another example of a zine, you know, through their eyes. Hi. Oh, hello, the Queen Peasant. Thank you. Now, I'm not going to say I have favorites because they're all my favorites, to be quite honest. But when I first started writing zines, I met David. And David, a.k.a. Dead in Hollywood, on Instagram. Again, nobody knows I picked these books. I just, you know, I purchased all these with my money. I am not supported or anything like that. But anyways, this he wrote way before The Night Stalker. He loves writing. These are fanzines. So it's another type of a zine. Oh my goodness. I love this. Like, I love his style. Again, I don't have favorites. But I don't have favorites. I'm going to keep saying that. But I love his style. When I first started writing zines and developing my own style, oh, like this is my childhood, yo. Who here is from, like, San Gabriel Valley, LA? Like, we lived through this. And this just was like, oh my goodness. Like, he has a lot of others. I just picked out one of his because, again, I didn't want to show favoritism. But this is just, I love the way he put it together. He did one on Prince. And, oh, it's just... Follow him, Dead in Hollywood. Okay. Now, here's another one that is prose. Look at that cover. Again, it's drawing style. Thank you for healing me. This is absolutely, you know, this looks, you know, again, a zine is supposed to be handwritten. It's supposed to be expressive of, you know, yourself. Now, this girl is named Ivy Rose Zine. She is from the San and she is absolutely awesome. She actually showed up at a show in Ontario, an Ontario Zine Fest. That is how I met her. LA, Bonnie. There's my girl, Bonnie. So, again, she doesn't know I picked her, but follow her on Instagram. She's Ivy Rose, and she is just absolutely fabulous. Now, this one, I love this one. Sorry, I'm losing. We don't have a whole lot, but yeah. If you have any questions, you guys let me know. So this is called Hairyfemmemother, Issue 2, Table of Contents. This is done by Jen, and I love her. She's absolutely beautiful, black and white. She tells her story like, oh, just it's absolutely very expressive. Again, if you're a poet, you want to share, your journal, you want to share your intimate thoughts with everybody. It's just absolutely beautiful. This is a person that they consider themselves to be transgender when I met them. And they are absolutely, it's a beautiful soul. You are enough. ThankYouBody.com. There's actually somebody else. She does stickers. Here's, look at, there's poetry, there's story. It's a little bit longer. Pictures, excerpts of their journal, untitled. So it's a different, it's a collection of her writings. And, for little just her drawings, the stamp of this. This is one of my favorite stamps. I remember this. It's beautiful. So, it's, a very nice example of how to share your work in a way that you're able to. So, Hairy-Femme-Mother, issue 2. This is Beverly Salas. I showed you another one of her zines at the beginning. She does collage art, and she is incredibly... I love this girl. She also does blankets with her artwork on there. So follow her, Beverly Salas. And it's not a full-size book. The size is smaller. She does really cool, trippy art. She is on Instagram. And let me read. And then here's some songs I listened to while making this. And she's so awesome. Support her. Now, let me see. This guy is incredibly awesome. His name is John Dishwasher. And this one is called Beauty as Power. And I had to pick this up. He wrote this one, again, example of a zine, not a full one. He tells a story about beauty and what his, And so it's zine number 5. The outside is cover, but the inside is black and white, and it's a half size. So it's another way of, spreading your work. We have these more to go, but these are so awesome. Death Witchcraft. Now, for all of my brujitas out there, table of contents. This is by Liesl Goodman. And again, very awesome. She talks about the craft. She shares her experiences with the craft, the first time, quick note on tools, pendulum, scrying, automatic writing. So she's sharing her experiences with the craft with everyone else. And it's very informative. I love how she does all of this artwork on there and mixed with the writing on suicide victims. Again, we're going to be talking about mental health on Friday here. Things that inspire us and we write about on miscarriages, taking, daily exercises, travel, alter, all of this stuff. Conclusion of sorts, Death Witches altar. She gives, it's kind of like, what do you call those books, the Wiccan books that you keep? It's Book of Shadows. So this is, she's from San Diego, and you can follow her on Instagram at Death Witch Envy. Awesome. I actually got this at the San Diego Zine Fest. So I purchased all these with my own money. S is Fucked. I love this guy. I worked in the newspaper, and he is absolutely fabulous. His name is Dr. Iggy Nickelbottom Editor. It is satire at its best. It is just, it's, I'm sorry, some of the stuff, so we're not gonna focus on it too tight in case children, blah, blah, blah. Necrolust Zine, I love it. It's supposed to be satire, mantis love. He mixes stories in, so this is literally a magazine, but he, put it together on his computer, graphic artist, and compiled it, and he's just hilarious. So here he has some, some ads, and you can send this back, and you actually can mail this back. I won't do it because I will not cut this up. I absolutely refuse to. He's done the Orange County Zine Fest and so many other Zine Fest, full color. He's, again, a graphic artist, and he is absolutely fabulous. Instagram is SHITSUX. He also did the Joshua Tree Zine Fest. So this is where I met him. Absolutely fabulous. And yes, that's his name, because when I talk to him, I go, oh, hey, how are you? And yes, these, don't be self-conscious. A guide on self-love and body positivity for Chicanas, Latinx, POC, and all Banduce lovers alike. This is done by April Nadia Munoz. There's some stickers too that I purchased. Don't be self-conscious. That's right, girls. So, and this is Instagram, Kirita. Incredibly great artist. Again, I love her art. I love how she does this in color. She puts the contributors, so this is not a one-person thing. This is actually, something that you guys can also think of doing. Collab with other artists and put a zine together, and then distribute the profits of it. How to use this zine. This is so awesome. Self-conscious checklist. Self-conscious of my face on the days the pelitos grow back. This is by Jalynn M. Instagram, Bebe Sit TX. Sorry if I say things wrong, but this is so cute. I absolutely love it. It's, again, a different sample, a different way of doing this, of getting your artwork out there. So, Masapan, I love Masapan. I love this. Sad playlist, angry playlist, listen to música, don't be self-conscious. It's just incredibly awesome. Last one I'm going to go to is Everything I Remember About the Plot of the Social Network by Maddy Peters, and it tells her story about that. So, again, full color, and this is actually a zine that is a comic book. Sorry, blah, 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 brain. But it's a comic book style. And I absolutely love the story that she told. So, I don't know how I'm supposed to focus on this random Facebook movie when I feel like poop. So, Maddy Peters, The Plot of Social Network. So that's all of the zines that I'm showing tonight as a way for you to inspire yourself, to create, and to get your beautiful words out there. We all want that publisher. We all want that. But this is a way also to get your art, to get your comics, to get your poetry, to collaborate with others, and just, rock it out. Get our message out there. So, does anybody have any questions? Oh, and by the way, thank you everybody for joining me today. This is my first night of doing this. These are all the ones I purchased from a collection of zines and Zinefests. Send me one. I wish I could, but then, actually, Ricky, maybe we should do a contest where you guys win a zine. Thanks for the suggestion. Coming up. Yeah. All right, guys. Hi, Dragon Billy. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you for your suggestions. Thank you for joining my takeover. So, again, I just want to share a little bit about how I write, what inspires me, zines, because I'm a zinester. I'm a poet, I'm a writer, and I self-publish. So, thank you so much for joining me today, and, thank you for watching the replay. See you guys later. Bye.